Hey, what's good, everyone? It's your boy Dom, and I'm back here with another video. So, in today's video, I want us to look at BTC. I want us to look at how to analyze BTC as a whole. So, I want to tell you what I like to look at from this market, right? I like starting from a daily time frame as my bigger time frame. Because the way that I trade is actually I use a top-down analysis, and if you know what a top-down analysis is called, or what a top-down analysis is, it's starting from the highest time frame going down to the lower time frame. So other people usually use the weekly, but then I like using my daily as my highest. So what you see from the daily is that this market, what we see from the market, or what I can observe myself, is that this market is in a bearish trend. Okay, this is a very nice bearish trend because the market has been breaking lows. Hold on, let me change this color. The market has been breaking low after low. I'll show you. This is very clear to see, bro. So the areas that I'm marking now are previous lows that the market was actually breaking from, continuing on our bearish trend. Okay, so if we see here from the top, what we'll get is something like this. So we have to cater for all the areas where there is more touches, and in this case there is more touches around this zone. So it's very simple for us to understand because it has 1, 2 and 3 touches around there. So that must be where the trend is actually strong. And then come here, bro, supporting area, and as you can see, the market is coming from a bearish trend, making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs, then more lower lows. Okay, so from here, what you have to get is where the market is actually starting to reverse or is starting to support again. And from what we can see on this chart, it's very clear that we have these areas right here, these candles. They indicate a support or resistant area. It's some sort of a key level. As you can see from this, we had more touches on the right, which is 1, 2, and then 3 touches right here, indicating that this market might keep going down from here because this is a resistance, and it seems like it came to retest from there to go down. Seems like it came to retest from here, broke down here, came to retest, and then it's about to dip. But then we cannot be sure about it. We cannot be so sure about it so far because we have to actually dive deeper to be able to see what's going on in the lower time frames, right? So from here, I have to go check my 4-hour time frames. So you can see also that on the daily, this is some sort of head and shoulder structure that you see from here. It's a head and shoulder structure, and then we have our resistance right here that we just broke below, and we're kind of retesting, then we gotta push down because of that. But then let's go to a 4-hour. Maybe the 4-hour is going to be telling us some different news. I hope not so. So what I see from the 4-hour is that came from our resistance right here, and you are in some sort of bullish trend. Then it broke below the trend, right? At this point it broke below the trend, because like it made some highs right there, started rejection from these highs, clearly indicating that it's failing to continue pushing higher from these points, because then it would have came above, retested and continued pushing to the upside, but instead it just pulled down, retested, and then it's making lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows and lower highs again. Then we could expect some lower lows from here, from around this area. So I would always look for our sensitive areas from the left, and then we'll mark them out just like that. So as you can see at this point, we had many touches from the left going to the right, making this point a point of both support and resistance. So this is very simple to understand, not so confusing. And from this point, basically from around this point, we could look for the markets to come down for these lows, which is 1 around here, and then 2. So I'll mark out my low just like that, and then after that I have to zoom in a bit to see what the candles are telling me. So as you can see, we have our take profit, one area around here in which it was already reached when the market actually was pushing down before. So now it just kind of traced back. It traced back and it's going to push down again, as you can see. So now I'll zoom in the 4 hour. Now I'll go to the 1 hour. So what you will see on the 1 hour is what we see. We have a double top right there. Since our market is making lower highs and lower lows, we also had a break right here. I think this market is starting to indicate that will not be going down, right? And we're going to dive to the 15 minutes so that we can be able to actually mark out a position or the trade that we are going to be able to take on this market, right? Now that we know all the confirmations from the bigger time frames are telling us that the market is actually pushing to the downside. So what you will do from here is take your short position, put it like that, and then target those lows that you marked out on your 1 hour. Then go back and set your stops, right? You have to set your stops around above these highs right here, and then that's going to give you some sort of a 1:3. And from here, what you will do is wait for your markets to play out so that you can be able to catch the direction going down. Let's open the 30 minutes. So in the 30 minutes, as you can see, it's also clear that the market broke below these lows and is starting to go down, because we also came from this support / previous resistance area, and we're about to also go down because we had many touches from here. It tells us that the market is failing to break. We had 1, 2 rejections, as you can see on this week's, it rejected. And if we dive deeper back to the 15 minutes time frame, you can also see those are still rejections. and then that's why we have our short position right here. Then also having our stops area above here, targeting a 1:3 going down. And this is very accurate because when you come back to the 1 hour time frame, I mean on the 4 hour, where I told you about the previous areas that we are targeting, you can see that there's 2 horizontal rays that we just put in, and I told you that these are going to be our targets going down because these are the previous lows, in which one low had already been breaking, but then it came back to retest, and then now it's gotta go back and break the other low, because this is also a very sensitive area in terms of being a support area. We might reach this support area so that we can be able to see some pushes back to the upside. You know why? Because it comes from right here. If you check on the left, 1, 2, 3, it has been a resistance and now been a support. So the market has to either come and touch this area so that we can be able to confirm that it's going to be able to reverse to the upside, but otherwise it's still going down because we broke below, we broke this bullish market, right? We broke this bullish structure that I drew right here, and now it's indicating that it's in a bearish trend, creating more bearish momentum going down. So I'll go back to the 50 minutes, and then I'll zoom in our trade. So as you can see, this is it, and that's how you actually get to analyze these markets so that you can be able to see what's going on or know the next moves. When it comes to Bitcoin, not so hard, but this is how I take my setups. So I'm not going to wait for the full setup to play out, because I was just giving you guys an idea of how to actually trade the BTC or analyze and find a market trading on BTC. So if you'd like more videos like this or know how I actually look for trades, you will check for yourself if you actually watch this video if this setup did play out, because I don't think I'll post this, or I'll just post this on my next video and update you how this setup actually played out. So if you like more gems like this or would like to see more content like this, just let me know down in the comments, and then I will just keep on uploading more shit like this for you guys. So make sure you like and then subscribe on the channel. Also comment what you'd like to see next, and that's it for now, man. Domeniqui signing out, bro.